This tutorial will provide you with information about shooting video with the iPhone, including insight into shot composition, camera movement, lighting, stabilization techniques, iPhone software, and sending video and stills from your iPhone. Note that many of these shooting techniques are applicable to any camera model. Shot composition refers to the organization of elements within the camera's frame. Types of shots include wide or establishing, medium, close, and extreme close. Make sure to get all of these shot types if possible when shooting a scene. You want to give the viewer as much information as possible about the scene. Everything in the frame should be intentional and meaningful in terms of your video. Be aware of distracting or busy backgrounds. The rule of thirds is a compositional rule of thumb that states that an image should be imagined as divided into 9 equal parts by 2 equally spaced horizontal lines and 2 equally spaced vertical lines, and that important compositional elements should be placed along these lines or their intersections. Aligning a subject with these points creates more tension, energy, and interest in the composition than simply centering the subject would. Make sure that each of your shots is a minimum of 10 seconds long. Remember that a scene can unfold in front of you and that you should be perceptive of that. Do not get too caught up with getting a shot and moving on to other shots. Rather, give each shot duration the time in the case that something interesting happens in the frame, as well as to give yourself some options to work with in your video edit. Remember that motion should only be enacted with a purpose. Panning is horizontal motion of the camera, and tilting is vertical motion of the camera. If you need to show an entire space, a pan would be appropriate. However, panning for panning's sake is unnecessary. Also remember to zoom with your feet. If you want to move in on your subject rather than zooming, you should walk the camera into the shot composition that you'd like. The best way to stabilize your camera is with a tripod. However, if you do not have a tripod, here are some other techniques. You can stabilize with outstretched arms. You can use an attachment that increases stabilization. Or you can use found surfaces to steady the camera. When shooting exterior shots, keep the position of the sun in mind. Do not shoot at windows or into the sun. You can adjust the camera's exposure as well as bring your subject into focus by tapping the subject within your frame. Keep in mind the natural sound around you. Use an external microphone like this shotgun mic if you have access to one.
I'm seeing him pull one of those out and not topple it. Never mind.
Once you are done shooting, you can edit your clips on the iPhone. Simply select the clip and on the bar at the top of the screen using your finger, pull the left and right sides of the bar to your preferred in and out points. Then you can email your clip to the following email address. In the subject line of the email, you should put video by and fill in your name. Unless you are connected to Wi-Fi, make sure that each clip that you send via email is less than 45 seconds long. Here are some iPhone app recommendations, which you can use to dramatically improve the shooting and editing capabilities of your iPhone.